No, other than just really missed opportunities. We had the ball across midfield way too many times without scoring enough touchdowns. And I think really that's what it comes down to. We just didn't execute well enough in the score zone.
Chris Covington in the game on fourth down. You have, an ice-cold quarterback. People know he's not going to throw the ball. Why run the Wildcat then instead of giving it to an NFL caliber running back that you have?
Yeah, well, there's some things we can do with Chris at quarterback, and he can throw the ball. So I don't know that that's not an option. For us, that's what we felt was the best plan at that time, and we just didn't execute the play.
It seemed like early on, there was a lot of running to the boundary, not much running to the field side. Was how they were aligned defensively part of that? It seemed like when you went left or from the right hash, when you went left, Tevin broke some runs after that, when there was more room. Any thoughts about that?
No, I don't think so. Maybe that's how the tendency worked out, but to be honest with you, there was no rhyme or reason to that. I think that's just maybe how it worked out.
What do you see in Missouri's defense? How potent are they?
They're really good on defense. I think they're one of the best defenses I would imagine in this entire country. Again, not watching all of them, but their two defensive ends are as good as anybody that we'll see. They are for sure Sunday NFL-type players. Their linebackers are very sound with what they do. Their secondary is always in the right position. They play very physical. I know they replaced a couple starters from a year ago at the cornerback position, but those guys both played a year ago. So top to bottom, I think they're going to be the best defense we've faced up to date for this season, and it'll be a big-time challenge.
I thought that was, I'm not a coach, I don't know, but I thought that was one of Nate's better games. I thought his decision-making was good. He threw it away when he had to. He tucked it when he needed to.
Yep.
He was accurate when he did throw.
Yep.
What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I would agree with you. We thought he played really well. We nominated him for what we call a championship performance. More than anything else, I think he was very decisive on Saturday, and I think that's probably the best way to sum it up. And you can see that just on some of the velocity of the throws that he made, and like you said, the decisions that he made was very efficient with the ball. I think he completed his first 13 of 13. There was one penalty mixed in there for a pass interference, but anytime you can start off and really play the entire first quarter, most of the second without an incompletion, that's pretty cool. And, he certainly gave us a chance to win, and that's what we need from him every week.
What has allowed Jay Sean Harris as a freshman in your fairly complex offense to come in and perform so well? I mean, I guess he performed well in the Indiana State game, got a lot of catches, and then obviously he was very evident to the good game Saturday.
I think with Jay Sean, it's his maturity level. That's where everything starts with him, that he can handle the freedom. He can handle all the information we're giving to him. He can handle the workload. Number one, just because he's a great person, possesses tremendous character. Number two, he's very intelligent. And, even from the start, every time that you give him a new play or a new concept, he processes the information and he's able to take it onto the field and execute. And then finally, I think with Jay Sean, he's a fast kid. But what happens on game day, sometimes you don't play as fast as you are because you're thinking. He's been able to play as fast as he is and make some plays for us, and we need that to continue.
I guess it's too easy to say he reminds people of Shane Wynn, but she seems to remind everybody of Shane Wynn.
Yeah, he's a little bit like Shane Wynn. He's not there yet. I think Shane has certainly grown up over his 4-year career. But where Shane was as a freshman, I would say they're very comparable.
Once again, I'm not being able to watch film and evaluate that much, but I haven't seen many tight end targets. Tight ends have done some good blocking for you. They've been involved in some ways, but in particular, thoughts about that?
No, other than we're just trying to move the ball and execute as best we can to score as many points as we can. When you look at your playmakers, Tevin Coleman, it all starts with Tevin. Shane Wynn's number 2. Stoner, Sudfeld. I mean, those are the guys that we try to target. So I don't know that we're trying not to get the ball to the tight end. I think maybe it's just kind of worked out that way so far. But we're certainly pleased with how those guys are playing. They've done nothing wrong to be punished or to not get the ball, if you will.
How do you keep that offense from getting frustrated from, again, scoring 40-plus points and not walking into the
Well, it's very easy for us because when we watch that film, so many times we had the ball on the 30-yard line going in and just didn't score points. So it's hard for us to look at anybody except ourselves and say, listen, we just plain and simple did not score enough.
Is it fair to have to continue to score?
It certainly is. The defense feels the same way. When Coach Norr comes up here, he's going to say they should stop them every time. I think we should score every time. So I don't care if our defense doesn't stop them. We need to score. And to me, where I sat on Saturday, that was unexcusable to have the ball where we did. You know, we had a great interception by Nick Mangieri. We went 4 plays, got stopped, couldn't even get a first down. That's inexcusable. And our guys on offense, they know that. We have very high standards for ourselves, and we know that's not good enough.
Is there any reason why the running game worked better later than earlier that you saw?
No, I don't think so. You know, sometimes as you go throughout the course of a game, it takes a while to figure out what's going on. How's the defense playing? You know, what's their strategy? What have they been game planning all week? And then you sort of get a chance to settle in on, listen, here's what we want to do. Here's how we can attack them. Our O-line sort of knows where they're going to be, if you will, and just their confidence in running off the ball with some velocity changes as the game goes on.